best cat ever. Alright, this is me. I am not the best guy ever, but I'm pretty good at being it. I don't know. I made some breakfast. There it is. Look at that. Look at all that bacon. Oh my God. Right. I want to talk to you about a movie I saw on Netflix. I think a lot of people have watched it by now. It's called The Dirt. It's got Motley Crue. And it's good. I liked it. I mean, it was funny. I didn't expect it to be funny. You know, I've heard the book is pretty funny too. But yeah, and they take some liberties, with the book. I haven't read it, but I know some other people that have, and they seem to like it. But it was good. It kind of just told the story of Motley Crue and kind of just first 9 years or whatever being a band, because they're still a band now. They got back together. They've had several reunions, like 3 or 4, but they kind of broke up in like 1990, and then they got back together in like 94 and recorded another album. But they kind of broke up when Vince Neil left. They weren't really doing much, and then he came back, and they're a band again. They tried to replace Vince Neil, and that's in the movie. And I know that didn't take very long for him to come back. They just couldn't do it without Vince, I guess. Well, the other guy he really wasn't their style. I think they did a demo with him. They did like a song with him or something. I remember watching them on Behind the Music. And if you've seen the Behind the Music of the Motley Crue, it's very similar to the Behind the Music of Poison, because they both lost their singer, and both of their singers wanted to go solo for a while, and they were both crazy about the groupies and the girls and stuff, and they both had drug problems. Like CeCe DeVille is kind of the version of Nikki Sixx that Poison has, because he's OD'd like a couple times too. Yeah, they talked about that. They talked about Nikki Sixx ODing and stuff, and if you don't know a lot about the band, then I definitely recommend this movie, because it touches on pretty much everything that they go through in that like 10-year span. And it's told through all 4 of them, which I thought was really cool. And the acting's actually really good too. And everybody really looks like everybody except for Vince Neil, because Vince Neil was not that skinny. I know that, but it was they were good actors, I'd say. Um, uh, yeah, it's a good movie. It has good songs in there. If you like Motley Crue songs, I like some of their songs. Some of them are really too stupid for me. But with the ones that aren't that stupid are really good. Like Kickstart Your Heart. Kickstart My Heart is a really good song. Live Wire is a great song. I didn't know about this song, but they did Take Me to the Top. And that's like my favorite Motley Crue song now. That's in the movie. That's like, they got pretty much a music video of that in the movie, which is pretty awesome. And I didn't know about this song, and I'm like, that's a really good song. But yeah, they do the whole soundtrack. They recorded one new song. I didn't really care for the new song, but it's okay. I mean, I don't really care for it, but they don't. I mean, it still sounds like them, but it's not as good as they were. They've gotten a lot older and stuff, and like Vince Neil just doesn't sound the same as he did, and you know, and I recommend listening to some 6 a.m. though. 6 a.m. is actually a really good band. It's Nikki Sixx's good new band, and they're actually really good. Ow. He wrote a book too. Oh, just recommend that if you really like Nikki Sixx. I think Mick Mars really became my favorite of the group now, just because of the way he acted in the movie. He just didn't take any crap from anybody. You know, he was just there to play music. You know. Yeah, it was a good movie, you know. And I knew about some of the stuff that was going to happen in the movie before I watched it. I watched a video about some of the stuff in the movie, so I kind of knew what was going to happen. But I knew some of that stuff before. Like I knew about Nikki Sixx ODing and stuff, and Vince Neil leaving. I knew that stuff already. But what I didn't know was about the drummer Razzle from Hanoi Rocks. I didn't know that until I watched a video on YouTube, and I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of crazy." And then, you know, in the movie, it kind of it's a little bit different from what really happens, but it's pretty much what happens. I mean, Vince Neil had a lot more alcohol in the system than he does in the movie, but you know, but, that happened. So that was pretty crazy. I was like, whoa. But even like the acting from that guy was really good too. And like he's just he's just in like a few scenes. Like it was good. You know, this is well written. It's well directed. You know, it's a good movie. You know, yeah, it's not as good as Bohemian Rhapsody. No, I mean, of course not. But it's still a good, fun movie to watch. I'd say. So if you haven't watched it, this video is getting kind of long, so I'm gonna end it. Go ahead and watch it. You know, if you like rock and roll music, if you like Motley Crue, of course, you gotta watch this. But, even if you don't like the band, go and watch it. I mean, it's good. It's good enough to watch it without liking the band, which is the greatest part about this movie. So I'm gonna end it right there. But, Yeah, it's Chad. Signing out.